Twinfold is a weird little time waster. I don't know if it's good, but I've put a lot of time into it, and the dev is pretty small, so consider this my way of giving back. Kenny Sun is a developer of mainly weird puzzle games about shapes, and one visual novel that I haven't played yet, but I really want to. I'm enjoying my time with Yonkai's Peak in particular, if only for the novelty of tetrahedral Sakoban, but I'm not done with it yet, so I'll move on for now. The pitch with Twinfold, given by Kenny, is that it's threes, but as a roguelike. You play by shuffling the floor around to shift a bunch of tiles at once, but instead of numbers, you have a player piece and a bunch of enemies. If enemies end their turn next to you, they take a swipe and you lose a hit point. Your only weapon is moving the floor so it rams enemies into the walls, or hilariously disrupts their pathfinding AI so they ram into the walls themselves. This is really weird. It's so weird that you have global influence over the board, but also just can't fucking do anything if an enemy is right next to you except sit there and take it, because you can't actually move, relative to the guy. But then on top of this is the main scoring mechanic. On the board are two golden baby faces, and you can do one of two things with them. You can catch one on a wall and push them together to forge them into exponentially higher values, just like in threes, or you can collect them for points and also health while their value diminishes. And to note, you also lose health when you ram yourself into walls, meaning some forges come with an HP tax. The push and pull between these two diametrically opposed options is probably what made this game hit so well with my brain specifically. The board randomizes, and you get to solve another mini-puzzle as you determine if forging is feasible this round, or if you should just cut your losses and take the gold before the enemies do, because every move is such a big disruption, shifting every tile around. Every turn becomes a crunchy but not overly taxing exercise in cost-benefit analysis, especially after more enemy types with unique movement or particular immunities start to pop up. Watch out for the birds. In roguelike fashion, you collect passive bonuses and special abilities as you play. For due diligence, I've done a lot of tinkering and experimenting with these bonuses. I'm pretty sure there's no complete duds in the roster, except for float, but Peace Push and Enemy Turn are particularly strong. The game opens up a lot when you realize that a lot of the abilities can, in their own way, help with forging higher scoring faces while avoiding the HP tax. Right now, I hit a major skill issue in the billions of points range when those guys who move the floor start spawning regularly. It gets to a point where just surviving seems to be a puzzle in itself, and forging becomes less and less feasible. Since the score thresholds for leveling up and gaining new abilities rise exponentially, I usually end up stuck a few orders of magnitude below the curve, completely unable to touch the progress bar without a few lucky forge setups in a row. As far as I can tell, I'm the only person to have ever played this game, so I'm raw-dogging the strategy, and it's unconfirmed if the game is just bullshit or not. In conclusion, Twinfold is weird and fun. Thanks for watching.